Worksheet, difference of squares, question 6. Determine dimensions of a rectangle with given area. So we have two questions here and both of them are giving us area. I forgot to write A here. Let me put this equals to area A. Okay. So part A is area equals to 25p square minus 36q square. And for part B is area equals to 2x plus 1 whole square minus 3y minus 1 whole square. And we need to write dimensions of this rectangle. So think like this, that we have a rectangle here whose length is L. Let me write, okay, let that be the length, okay, and width is more than the length. Okay, so let's have this rectangle, and we have liberty to write any variable for any side. Normally lengths are always longer than the width, but let it be this time length smaller, width longer for a change. Okay, so this is what you have to figure out. And how can you figure out length and width? By comparison. You know what area is? Area equals to length times width. So if you could factor this, there will be two factors. One could be associated with length, the other one with the width, right? So that is how you normally get there. Now depending on P and Q, the values of length and width could be different, right? So any one of them could be longer or shorter, right? So we can't make a judgment at this stage at all. Okay, so the idea is first factor. Now how to factor difference of squares? So that is an exercise here, and that is the application. So area could be now written as, let me write this as area A equals to, this is what? This could be written as 5p whole square minus 6q whole square, right? Since 36 is square of 6 and 25 is square of 5. Now you have difference of squares. A square minus b square is what? A plus b times a minus b, right? So that is the formula which we are going to use. Let me write it here for you. So a square minus b square equals to a plus b times a minus b. So that is the formula we are going to use here. So a is 5p and b is 6q. So what is a plus b? A plus b is 5p, which is a, plus b, which is 6q, times a minus b. A is 5p, let me write again, minus 6q. So that is the factored form of this difference of squares, correct? Now we can say, well, this is what we got, so this could be the length and this could be the width, or vice versa. Either way it works, correct? Now P and Q could be any number, right? Any number. So we can say from here, therefore length is equals to 5p plus 6q and width is equals to 5p minus 6q. Okay? So that is how we solve these kinds of questions. It's simple factoring of difference of squares. So we'll follow the same method and do factoring of part B, correct? So let's try to do that also. Now here I have purposely taken these examples because I find students sometimes making a mistake in doing these factoring, right? So let me explain as we move on. Here A is, all this is A and all this is B, right? So when you say A square, that means 2x plus 1 is A square. And B square means 3y minus 1 is B square. So when I say A plus B, I'm saying this plus this, okay? So let me factor this and let me write down that our area A is equal to, I'm using two types of brackets now. Square brackets to begin with. And I'm writing A plus B to factor this. So what is A for me? A is 2x plus 1. The whole thing, A plus B. And what is B for me? B is 3y minus 1. So I'm writing 3y minus 1. So that is A plus B, right? Times A minus B. So A is what for me? A is 2x plus 1. So 2x plus 1. And minus, oh, I should have written, okay, let me make another bracket here and close that bracket. So that part is a plus b for me, and this part is a minus b. So a is 2x plus 1 minus b is 3y minus 1. 3y minus 1, and let me close this back. So we got two factors in these square brackets, right? Let's sort them out. So 2x plus 3y and plus 1 minus 1 is 0. So I get here 2x plus 3y, correct? And the other factor is 2x minus 3y. Do you see when you open the bracket, the sign will change. So it will be 2x minus 3y, and here we have plus 1. So plus 1 and minus 1 becomes plus 1 also, right? So it becomes plus 2. So that, now I hope you appreciate why I use square brackets and within them a and b. You see, what is this? This is a and that is b, right? 3y minus 1, a minus b. Do you see how I have written it? That is what you have to write. And always put them in brackets, because when you open this bracket, the sign changes. So that is another mistake which can be done here, right? So let's avoid these mistakes. So we get 2x plus 3y here, and this is 2x minus 3y plus 2. So that is the factored form. And from here, what can we say about length and width? We say, well, the length could be this and that could be width. Correct? So that's our solution. So we say length equals to 2x plus 3y and width equals to 2x minus 3y plus 2. Correct? So that is how these kind of application problems can be solved. And I hope here in the process, you also learn how to factor difference of squares when they are kind of complicated. Okay, thank you.